Wuben emailed me and they said, hey, would you be interested in reviewing our new G5 flashlight? I've reviewed several Wuben lights before, but I looked at this thing and I said, mostly to myself, that is a dumb looking light. It's got this weird form factor, this rotating head. How are you even going to use that? Like, you're going to carry it like this and shine it on things? And what's going on with the pocket clip over here? How does this even work on the side? You're going to put it in your pocket. Look, no, what? It's a $25 light. I don't know who's going to watch my video on this, let alone even buy the light. So I said no for well over a month. And they emailed me some more. We went back and forth on this thing. They said, would you review the G5? Would you review the G5? And finally I said, okay, send me the light. Let's take a look at it. And well, let's go down to the tabletop here and see if this light is as dumb as I thought it was. The light comes in 3 colors, black, army green, and a new white color. It is $25, and as mentioned, it is super small. It's the size of a Zippo lighter, and it will disappear in the palm of your hand. Looking at the construction of it, I'm going to kind of comment on some stuff and address some of the issues that I've seen that other people have mentioned. I've seen people having issues with the magnets on the back of these, and when I put my first one up on the refrigerator here, I thought, well, that's fine. What are people complaining about? But what I learned was that my black one has a very strong magnet. My green one does not. It doesn't sit straight. And with just a little bit of a touch to it, it kind of falls right off. Whereas the black one, as long as I don't, put it in an earthquake, it's pretty stable. So I don't know why the two of these have different ones, but you might end up with a strong black magnet or a green one that may or may not even stay. On the side of the light is the charging and on-off and lock switch right here. There's markings here for when it's fully down, it's locked. Move it up one spot, it is on, in the on position for turning the light on, and then turning it all the way up exposes the USB-C charging port, and it does come with a USB-A to USB-C charging cable. You plug the cable into the side there, and while it's charging, the RGB light lights up red, and when it's fully charged, it changes to blue. It also has a charge indicator, and when the light is in the on mode, you press the side button for 1 second, and it will light up either blue, flashing blue is not fully charged. I think the black one is fully charged, and you can see that's also a flashing blue. So I need to charge these a little bit because they are down to the flashing blue, which is partially discharged as opposed to solid blue. And then there's also red and flashing red as they get farther down in the charge. On the other side of it, there's a pocket clip, and this pocket clip has the sort of tucked away position here, very out of the way. But if you pull it out, you can rotate it to the back or the front. It very much disappears in your pocket when you go to carry it. The only challenge though is because it is a little bit wide, when you go to reach around it to get your wallet or something out, there's not as much space as if it was a small regular sized light, but still very easy to carry and doesn't take up really much space there at all. On the side here is the on-off switch and mode selector. You first make sure it is not locked out, turn it off of that, and then you single press it and it comes on. They say that this has a ramping brightness from 2 up to 400 lumens, but if you look at it, it actually has a stepped brightness. Looking at it, starting with the 2 lumens, that first jump is actually pretty bright. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you get the flash that you're at the top. So it's not infinite ramping. There are about 7 step levels, and that first one is a pretty big jump. You rotate through the brightnesses with this side dial, and when it gets to the top, it will flash to show you it's all the way to the top, and when you get all the way back down to the bottom, it will again flash to signal you that it's there. Now, to get between the white light and the RGB, you long press the side button, and it goes into this RGB color, and you rotate between those colors again with the side button. And if you remember from high school, Roy G. Biv, Colors of the Rainbow, it goes between those colors. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. From any of those colors, if you double click, it will go into a beacon, and you can't change between the colors from in the beacon. You have to go back out, double click, change the color to something else, double click again, and it will go into that beacon. There are also alternating color flashing strobe beacon type things, and from off, you double click and it will go red blue. Double click again, it goes red green. And the third time, red yellow. And then back to red blue. The run times I'll put on the screen here. The 2 lumen brightness gets 65 hours, whereas the 400 lumen gets 50 minutes, but it doesn't stay at 400 lumens for a full 50 minutes. It does eventually ramp down. The head of the light does rotate, so you can put it up or any of the way over. And ways that you can use this, if you want to leave it this way, you can set it down and light up something in front of you. If you want to carry it like a regular flashlight, you put it straight ahead, and then you can carry this as a regular flashlight to illuminate things in front of you. You can also put the clip up here, put this on the brim of a hat, and then use it to light in front of you. You can move it this way, put this on the strap of your backpack, and then again, light in front of you as path lighting. So really actually quite a few uses for what I thought was a very dumb rotating head. Let's address some of the other issues I've seen with this. The magnet, as I mentioned, not very strong. People have complained that if you're going to use it, you have to move your finger over here to turn it on, and then you have to readjust your hand to get to the different brightnesses or the different colors, as the case may be. Really, it's actually not that bad. Okay, you turn it on here, and then you can, it's really a very simple hand repositioning to get to those different colors. I've seen an issue that the head is stiff, but really I'm moving it just fine, again, without really moving my hand. And for the most part, you're probably not going to need to adjust it too much on the fly, but you can, as you can see, it's not hard. I've seen complaints about the battery being rechargeable and that it would be better if it had replaceable batteries. I like the ease of a rechargeable battery because some of the AAA lights that I have that I can't plug the light itself in, I don't recharge the batteries as much because I have to get my battery charger out. It's just a little bit of a hassle, whereas this, I always have a USB-C cable sitting around. I can just replug this in nice and easy. 400 milliamp hours, it is kind of a small battery because I had recorded this review once. The light was fully charged and I'm already down into the flashing blue, so it's already down, I think, below 75%. So not a huge battery. The battery could be bigger, but again, for the form factor, the size of this, there's only so much battery power you can put in this and keep this same size. You're not going to be taking this on some expedition. So overall, now that I've had this for a while, I've carried it. Is it as stupid of a light as I thought it was? No, actually. I think this is a unique light for sure, but you put this in your pocket, it disappears. The brightness at 400 lumens is actually pretty bright. It's easy to change it. This is actually for $25, and there's some discounts you can find on these things. I'll put some links down below. This is actually a pretty cool light, so I take back the dumb thoughts that I initially had on this. And I say check one of these things out because the G5 is actually a pretty cool light.